Hello, I'm so glad you're here joining me for the first of the Supple Advent Sundays. I'm really excited about sharing this series with you where we are going to explore a few singing exercises where we can then apply them into a couple of Christmas carols so that you can learn how to begin to explore your supple voice. Whether you love to sing in the shower, you enjoy caroling with friends, or you're just looking to find a fresh new connection to your voice, this is the place to be right now. This space is meant for you, no matter what your faith, spiritual background is or isn't. This is an open invitation for everyone who wants to explore their voice. So we're looking to find warmth and joy this time of year. Sometimes this time of year can be very hard for people because of the darkness, but it's all about finding our own inner light and learning how to shine that for others who are struggling so that we can be the light for them. And even when we have those inner struggles in our own lives, that we can find our own inner light and shine it for ourselves as well. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'm so glad you're here. So to begin with, I want to teach you two singing exercises. And the first one, we have to start with relaxation. And so we first need to talk about how we're sitting. I don't want you to be stiff. I want you to be relaxed, but upright in your sitting. So you want to have a nice hard chair, not the couch or the cushion or lying in the bed if you can. You want to be upright. And you want to sit more light than heavy, as if the chair got pulled out from underneath you and you'd still be sitting there. But at the same time, I don't want you floating away. So I want you to feel your feet on the ground, feel your sits bones, and use the gravity so that you can have upright levity for relaxation. So you feel balanced between above and below. And for this first exercise, we're going to have this movement. So I'm going to show you the movement first. This is why I have two cameras, so that you can see this movement from the side. It's this little bit of rocking. And I sort of just round my lower back. I really kind of just come off my sits bones and then right back up to my sits bones. But it's not mechanical. It's like there's a vacuum that's sucking me back. And then another little wave comes up behind me and it lifts me up. All right, so there's movement back as if you're sitting at the seashore and the wave, the undertow sucks you back. And then the wave comes and it rocks you forward. Now, this is just a little introductory session to give you a taste of what we do here at A Supple Voice. And so we're not going to go as deep as we would normally go if you were having a singing lesson or a course, because that would take too much time. But see if you can just get this feeling of the rocking sensation and then coming back up. It's like you don't want to come back up. It's like something outside of you is moving you. And now I want you to let your eyes get very soft. Nod your head yes, nod your head no, and find the top of your spine, which is way up here behind your nose, way back here at your cheekbone level. And let your eyes get really soft, looking out into the distance as far as possible, looking at nothing, but seeing everything. All right? Allowing the light to come into your eyes. And let yourself get very soft and dreamy. As if someone looked at you, you would look like you're daydreaming, like gazing off into the distance, thinking about something. But inwardly, we're very much attending to ourselves. And when you do these exercises, keep your eyes open. Don't close your eyes, but allow all the light to come into your eyes so that you're going more in than out. because with all these singing exercises, we're going to be singing more in than out. And now for this little M sound. You're going to imagine like a little fish, a little suction here. Because when we get this little suction here, and that's a little extra that I'm showing you, it actually opens up the spaces in the back. And like you might say, you smell cookies or some fresh seasonal thing cooking in the kitchen. Think about your favorite foods this time of year, and you walked into the kitchen and someone's made them for you. And you savor them. All right. So now we're going to do 2 little tones. All right. And we're going to go up a scale, up 5 tones and back down 2 tones at a time. And so the first tone, you're upright, and the second tone is when we start the movement. Okay. And the point of the movement is to move the air. And then when it's time to come up to receive your air, you're just going to open your mouth and feel the coolness on the roof of the mouth. And it's silent. There is no noise. So everybody try this with a little F to start. Give your air away. And now receive. One more time. And receive. And now this time, after we receive, as you're receiving your air, I'm going to play a tone. That's for you to listen. Now let's take a moment and talk about listening. I want you to listen more to the silence than your own voice. So to do that, maybe there's a bird out your window or crickets. This time of year, we don't have so many crickets here. Maybe you hear the humming of a fan or a humidifier. Any kind of sound. So take a moment, pause the video, and just take a moment to listen 10 seconds. And 10 seconds, 15 seconds is a long time when you're sitting in the silence. Listen into the silence. And then turn the video back on. Okay, so I hope you had a moment to listen to the silence. I want your listening to be louder than your singing. So you can hardly hear yourself singing. You can tell you're singing because you can feel you're singing. But your ears are listening so powerfully into the silence, into the sounds in your environment. And if you have a partner, if you're doing this with a friend, listen more to your friend than yourself. Okay, that's another way to do this. You could be sitting here, 2 of you together doing this. And so you're listening to each other more than yourself. So I'll play the tone the first time as you're receiving your air. And then the second time is when you join me. And we're going to sing 2 tones at a time. Here we go. Start with a little F to give your air away. So when the lips, this little, like you're sucking a piece of spaghetti, that little in there will give you a cloud of air in the back. Imagine you have a big hot potato in the back of your throat, and you don't want the walls of your throat to touch the hot potato. All right, here we go. One more time. Start with the F. Now I'm going to show you another exercise, which is very much a contrast to what we just did. So the first exercise we just did was the twofold exercise. Very relaxing, moving between these two tones up and down the scale. Now this next exercise is much more active. The two syllables that we're going to be using are BAM, B-A-M, but we're going to skip the vowel, and BamBö. That's the O with the two dots in German, Ü. A lot of people go BamBö in English, but it's BamBö, Ü, Ü, Ü. So it has a little A sound inside the lips, Ü, Ü, BamBö. All right, now, with this exercise, we're going to work with a little taste of what it means to have a supple body. And so part of that is our lower abdominal muscles, the transverse abdominal muscles, the deepest layer of muscles below our belly button down here. They're the most difficult muscles to get to, all right? And so they're very deep, but a lot of times the challenge with having an elastic, supple body is that either the muscles are too flabby or they're too tight. And we want to have them to be flexible, elastic in between. And so find your belly button. Here's my belly button right here. And I'm going to put my hand just below it. So my hand is like this, and my thumb on my belly button. And so it's as if there's a little suction that comes in, a little impetus, and then I let it go, and it just falls into gravity. A little bit of a vacuum, and then someone turns off the vacuum cleaner, and then it falls down. Or you could think of it as a string in your back here tied to the inside of your belly. The puppeteer pulls the string, and the belly goes in. The puppeteer lets go of the string, boop, and the belly drops down. Or you pick you pick a rock out of the river, and then you let go, and it splashes right back down with gravity. So be sure you allow your belly to fall into gravity. That's where we hold too tightly there, all right? So we can't be like Barbie. We can't hold our bellies tight. We got to just let it hang out. We just had Thanksgiving here yesterday in the United States, and it's a time where people tend to overeat. And so sometimes people have to unbuckle their pants or stretch into the elastic. Just let the belly fall, all right? Now, this exercise is very playful and jovial. Don't get too loud with it. We actually want to sing it rather quietly, even though it's rather jovial and exciting. Okay, so as we go up the scale, don't crescendo. I also don't want you to think about your breathing. These are exercises to forget the breathing, because we want the breathing to be as natural as in everyday life. And so just breathe wherever you breathe, but don't think about it. Okay, so let me show it to you once. You're going to sing the tone twice. All right, and then coming down just once. We will get faster and faster, but when it starts to get faster, inwardly, you got to be the person who drives below the speed limit. So you let all the traffic go around you really, really fast, but you're driving slow and just allowing the cars to go around you. Here we go. So it goes like this. BamBö, 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 BamBö. Let's do it again. Just take a moment to breathe a second. Relax your belly. And you might feel this like you've been to an exercise class after doing it. Try it again. It's a little impetus and release. And maybe if you're sitting down, you might want to stand up. Here we go. Give you a moment to stand up. Okay. BamBö, 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 BamBö. One more time. Just blow your air out. Let your belly rest a second. Last time. And keep it quiet. High energy, but quiet. But it's a big, you still got this big open throat, even though you're singing quiet. Hot potato in the back of your throat. BamBö, 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 BamBö. Good. So those are our two singing exercises I wanted to share with you this week. And next week we will explore 2 more singing exercises. Now, hop on over to the next video if you're so inclined, if you want to learn the 2 Christmas carols. And we're going to learn them, and we're going to apply these exercises into the 2 Christmas carols as we learn them. All right, I'll see you in a minute.